People are variable in their behavior. They take up the challenges of everyday life in their own ways. How does this affect their ability to learn? How much does brain performance fluctuate depending on a person's form on that day, and why? Does mental exercise improve brain fitness? And in what ways do such changes differ between old and young? These questions are being asked by Ulman Lindenberger, developmental psychologist at the Max Planck Institute for Human Development in Berlin. Together with his research team, he has initiated the largest study on this topic so far.
Of
course, you can ask why we are carrying out such an elaborate study that is costing us a lot of effort and will take more than a year. There are two reasons, really. The first is our interest in the plasticity of development. What do we mean by that? How development can reorganize itself, how it can change when conditions are altered. For example, how much people can improve their performance in memory, thinking, and reasoning if they work intensively on such tasks. Normally, one looks at this issue in experiments that last for 2, 3, or 4 sessions. We don't really know what happens when people practice tasks like this over a longer period of time. In our case, there are 100 sessions, and therefore it is almost a new lifestyle that is acquired by the people taking part in the study. Of course, the long-term idea we have in mind is to change the aging processes. That is, we ask what aging would be like if the environmental conditions were more stimulating than they are today. In the long run, we would like to design training programs for older and younger people that are known to be effective on the basis of scientific evidence. 200 experimental subjects, 100 young adults aged 20 to 30, and 100 older adults aged 65 and above took part in the study. Over 100 days, they solved all sorts of mental tasks of varying difficulty in 1-hour sessions. We tried to put together a colorful bunch of tasks for the study. On the one hand, we wanted to represent a spectrum of intellectual abilities that is as broad as is typically the case in comprehensive intelligence tests. On the other hand, we wanted to make sure that there are tasks there for everyone to keep them motivated. The participants are coached in small groups of up to 5 or 6 people. Annette Broza explains the sequence of the study and the tasks to be worked on.
First of all, there are tasks that may seem very easy at first glance. You need to judge whether the letter series that you can see here on the right are the same. So you compare R, W, Y, X, R with the letter series R, S, Y, X, R and see that the second letter W is not the same as the second letter here, S.
Thorough preparation also entails discussing worries and concerns.
I have another question. I can see computers standing around here. Do you expect us to be very advanced in the use of computers? Are all of the tasks on computers? I have to say, I am still a beginner. I do have a laptop at home, but I'm not really 100% confident. So would that be a hindrance to taking part? There is absolutely no need to worry. We will introduce you to this device very gradually. Even if you've never used a keyboard before, you'll still be able to work on these tasks.
In fact, the use of the computer proves very easy indeed. A box with large colored keys is used for those tasks requiring speed. This ensures that performance differences related to vision and manual dexterity are kept as low as possible. The scientists are not only interested in the task results, but also in the participants' inner state while they manage the tasks.
Ein Thema, mit dem wir uns hier schon länger sehr intensiv beschäftigen.
One topic that has occupied us for a long time is the so-called daily form of cognitive performance. If you make the effort to examine people several times, you observe that cognitive performance fluctuates. Everyone knows that they are capable of better performances on some days than on others. We are trying to analyze these processes systematically here by giving people the same tasks to do over many days.
And
that will hopefully allow us to take a close look at the systematic links between performance in various tasks and help us to find out whether the structures observed when considering differences between people can also be shown within individuals.
Und deswegen erfassen wir jeden Tag aufs Neue, wie die
And that is why we ask the participants every day how they slept and for how long, whether they have any ailments, or whether something has happened in their life. Then we try to examine these different variables to see whether they are causing performance fluctuations.
A novelty at the Max Planck Institute. Because of its size, the study has been moved out. Temporarily, there is enough space in a Humboldt University building in the center of Berlin. A convenient solution.
Oh, I'm late.
Every day of participation is checked, and the personal diary is stamped. Regularly, there is a small reward.
It's your 25th session today. Oh, really? Yes, and as a thank you, here's a box of chocolates from us to you. Even though I was late? Even if you're late every day, you'll get chocolates. And don't forget your diary. Which room? 213. Okay.
After the 50th session, participants receive
our elegant Max Planck umbrella.
Well, my wife will certainly be pleased to get that. And at the end, on day 100,
here's a certificate for you. Oh, great, thank you. Hello. Oh, yes, you've printed out your results? Yes, as usual. And?
Of course, personal ambition plays a role at some point. The printout of the results of the day provides information on how things are going.
Well, the number letter pairs are good. Which has really improved a lot, have you looked? Arithmetic and the alphabet. Excellent, that looks really good. Well, yesterday I had 200s on the numbers. That's the way it is. Each day is different. That's why we're doing it so often. That's why I once had 0% on number letter pairs. What do you think of your result?
Good. 90% in memorizing words. Super. Unsurprisingly, young people are proving to be much faster than the elderly in this thinking marathon. The results of the study, in which brain activity and brain structure before and after training are also measured, have not yet been analyzed. However, it is already clear that the older adults have also improved their thinking and memory abilities.
No
one had carried out a similar study before, so we were concerned whether everything would work as we'd planned. Would we find enough people prepared to let themselves in for a study like this? Would they really come for 100 days or stop at some point? And would these people perform the tasks with the necessary motivation for 100 days or begin to click their way through the tasks half-heartedly after a while?
Ja, und unsere Erfahrungen waren eigentlich oder können als durchweg positiv bezeichnet werden.
Yes, and our experiences can really be described as being very positive. We quickly found people wanting to take part. And in the course of the study, we noticed that these people were very motivated to come. And now that many have reached the end of their sessions, we see that they are grateful for having been able to take part and that they really enjoyed coming.
Well, this test here was fun for me. On the one hand, because one was doing something else for a change. And I must say that I think my mind has developed positively. On the other hand, I can confirm I'm happy that I can carry out my hobbies again, look after my wife properly, And I have to say, my computer at home is really missing me, even though I've worked on the computer here every day. However, playing games on the computer is still different. And I must make a positive comment on the great working atmosphere here. It was fun. Excellent working climate.